What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons here, founder of the Clean Biz Network. Just want to give you some real talk this morning, y'all, and I'm gonna break it down for you. Like old times, like I used to, right? Haven't done one of these videos in a while, but I just want to speak on this and talk about, what it takes to basically build from scratch, to build from absolutely positively nothing, man. So I'm gonna give people a few seconds to join me. I'm gonna do this live for once. Usually when I do these, I don't do it live, so I want to go ahead and do this live, and we're gonna I see we got a couple of people on here, so we're gonna go and get the intro rolling, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump right in this thing, man. So here we go.
Headed to the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, on property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
All right. So I'm back. All right, y'all. Think I messed the intro up there, but hopefully it came out right for y'all. It was messed up on my end. But anyway, so look, y'all, I just want to kind of jump into this and break this thing down because I know there's a lot of people out there. You might have just got started with your cleaning company, or you might be about to get started, or you might have started and you might have been doing this for a while, but you just basically a contractor, so to speak. You basically a self-employed cleaner. You're struggling trying to get by. You got you a few customers, but the money ain't seem to be clicking for you, right? Because I've been through that phase. So I just want to make sure that I speak to those people as much as possible. Those are the people I never forget. I always tap into this energy and come back and speak to these people because I was in this never-ending loop. It seemed like, at least it seemed like it would never end. Now it feel like a dream. It feel like it never, you know what I mean? It feel like it just went by, like it was nothing. But when I was going through it, it seemed like it lasted forever, and I just could not make it out of that. So I want to speak to those people this morning. I see Miss Doreen. Shout out to you. Uh, say good morning to you. Shout out to Mike Hill. Say what's up, what's going on with you? So let's jump right in it, man. So I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth. If you serious about getting out of them trenches, man, if you serious about getting out of poverty, I'm telling you, I know I tell you this over and over and over. You listen to me long enough, but I'm gonna keep telling you because it's the truth. You just got to do things different. You have to do things differently than anybody else that you know, and differently from most of the world. You just got to be completely different. So if you used to chilling with your friends, I can only speak about me and what I used to do and what I had to do, and then I'm hoping that it'll resonate with somebody out there. But because what I used to do was, what I mean, when times would get hard, first of all, I would quit dead end job after dead end job, so I never could keep a job, right? So then when I finally got my cleaning business going, well, my big problem number one was I was with a cleaning franchise, so it wasn't that much money in the pot, no way, because they was taking what 30% of it anyway. So it really wanted enough money to go around with that cleaning franchise. Then I had subcontractors cleaning all of my stuff, so I wasn't left with much of nothing, right? And so then, not to mention, they were charging me four times the monthly gross every time they gave me a new contract, which means I was working in debt. So that was another thing that was eating at my profit, right? So I was definitely in a struggle phase for a long time, and a lot of times, sometimes I would want to regress and go back to what I used to do, which was simply always chilling. Now I mean, hanging with my homeboys, we drinking, we smoking, and it's like that. Like I used to do that, but what I had to learn over time when I started to get into self development and growth and actually getting serious about building a business, I had to simply stop that shit. I had to stop it, and then it's like when I finally did go, like I would do it here and there, but it was maybe like once a quarter. I mean, once every 3 months, I'll go ahead and chill with them. Now, man, we'll smoke, we'll drink, do our little freestyle, cause we was all rappers and shit. You know what I mean? So we freestyle and have a good time, and then after that, you good, you go back home, and then it's back to business for me. But for a lot of others, it wasn't back to business. It was do the same thing tomorrow. And so what I'm trying to tell you right now is, if you think you gonna smoke every day and drink every day and build your business, I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. Okay, you gotta shut it down. I told y'all, like when I was building my business and trying to get focused, it won't no cable. I didn't have time for cable. Won't no Netflix. I didn't have time for Netflix. You know what I mean? I was at the workshop the other day. Miss Debbie Sardone, shout out to her. She's a expert in residential cleaning. She's been in the game long, long time. Shout out to her. She killed that speech. She called it broke flicks, right? You ain't got time for broke flicks. You know what I mean? So, like, you really got to shut everything off. If everybody talking about a new series on Netflix, you should feel bad if you know what they're talking about. Honestly, entrepreneurs are not like other people, dog. If you serious about building a real business in the millions, you know what I mean? If you really want to build something big where you can actually provide real jobs, if you want to have real wealth, I'm telling you, you don't have time to do anything nobody else is doing. And guess what else? For my Christians out there, guess what else? You might have to give up your Sundays just to build a business right quick. Because you know what? As y'all should know, you don't got to be in a particular building to be in church either, do you? So if you got to sacrifice your Sunday right quick to build, then you got to do that. And I know Chick-fil-A don't work on Sundays, but damn it, you ain't Chick-fil-A. Okay, at least not yet. Once you get there, then you can do that. And then once you got something going and you got the money rolling in, then you can go ahead and do that. And this is just a possibility. Maybe you could find a way to build outside of that. But this is my philosophy. I can only tell you what I know, man. All I can tell you is what I know. And what I know is I had to sacrifice. And damn, I didn't realize I had a call coming up at 10. I wanted to start it because I wanted to sit up here with a minute for y'all. So I just got a notification. So I got 10 minutes. So I'm gonna see if I can drive this home a little quicker now. But it just simply this, man. Like, you just got to do things different. You can't do what everybody else doing. You're gonna have to say fuck shoes and clothes for a minute. You're gonna have to say fuck fancy cars. You know what I mean? Get rid of the cable, get rid of the Netflix, video games. You know what I mean? Because I know to me that was a problem. I gave it away. I gave my first one to my nephew. Then when my business grew, hit six figures, I thought I was doing something. I went and got another one from the pawn shop. Then after doing that for a while, I was like, you know what? I'm still wasting time. I ain't where I'm supposed to be. I broke it. I straight up broke it because I heard Damon John said that he burnt his couch, his mom's couch, so he can have room for to store his clothes when he first started his FUBU line. I said, well, shit, I'm gonna break my game then. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. You got to be so drastically different from everybody else, dog. It's like you don't understand. And I don't make these type of videos as much as I used to because it said helpful review. I ain't even see what it said, but I just showed it anyway. But it's like I don't make these type of videos as much as I used to. You know why? Because I'm past it now. This is the video for the people that's in the struggle phase. You got to go through the struggle phase part if you come from nothing. Now, if you don't come from nothing, then you don't got to go through this. So you know what I mean? These videos is really just good for you, motivation, entertainment, whatever. But for the ones that know, we know, like it's going to be certain things you just simply got to do. You're going to have to deal with it. You might have to let a car get repo. You're going to have to let that credit score dip. I'm telling you, I had I had like a 720 when I was like 19, 20 years old, right? I was 19 because I've been new about like I always been entrepreneur minded and personal finance, all of that. Way before we had kids, my girl, my wife now. Back then she was my wife yet, and we had our first apartment. I was 19. I think she might have still been 18. And we would stay up all night, and we would stay up till 11 and wait for Susie Orman to come on. We sit and watch Susie Orman because we heard she was Oprah's financial advisor, so I wanted to listen to her. Right? These days, I want to listen to Susie Orman. She's for people that's looking to be middle class. Right? She can't help nobody get rich, but anyway. At least not with the stuff she teaches on that television show. But you know what I mean? And so we would stay up and look at that, and then afterwards we would watch Boondocks at 12 o'clock, close out the night. But that was our date night. We couldn't afford dates. You know what I mean? When I was working at Walmart, she was working at a daycare that made less than what I made at Walmart. And we needed every single check. We would use the envelope method and set aside money every single week so that we can have enough at the end of the month to pay all the bills. And then by the time we paid all the bills, you'd be lucky if you had enough left over to go to the store and get a Snicker bar. That's how broke we really was, and I ain't no exaggeration on that. I literally wrote down every single penny, and we needed every single penny, and we didn't split the bill 50-50, but we split them to the point to where we could afford to pay them, because if we couldn't do 50-50 because she ain't made what I made, so I had to pay a little bit more, right? But that's what we had to do, and that was just the beginning. If you want to talk about the times where we was actually cleaning buildings and actually like, you know what I mean? Like I'm talking about 0 days off. And I always talk about how we left our kids with, my kids was probably with my sister-in-law and my mom-in-law more than they were with me and my wife because that's how often we was out the buildings. And guess what? Sometimes them kids came with us because sometimes you ain't got no babysitter, so they would have to sit their ass in the building. I mean, give them a phone or something and some headphones, and hope that Daniel Tiger or somebody can keep them occupied for the next 2 hours or so while we in this building. And we just had to do it, and we had to pray that nobody pulled out the cameras in some of them buildings and saw that we brought the kids in there. And we knew for a fact, we said, well, shit, our kids will behave. So, and we clean our ass off. So as long as we keep providing good service, they probably won't say nothing anyway. And that's pretty much what happened. And we just got lucky that way. You know what I mean? But you got to be able to fight, dog. And I just promise you this. And I got to do these videos because somebody got to let you know. You know what I mean? Somebody got to tell you the truth. It ain't always about, you know what I mean, marketing and promoting and how to clean. That's why I don't really do a lot of how to clean. The cleaning gonna come. You're gonna get that with experience anyway. That's gonna come. And that's stuff that too that you're gonna need more hands on. I'm here to be the mindset person, the strategy person, the business stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like teach you that type of stuff. The cleaning stuff, that's gonna come down. That's easy. You know what I mean? Anybody could clean. That's why this is such a good business to start, because anybody can do that. You know what I mean? But this stuff right here, when you struggling and you just trying to make ends meet, then you mess around, a customer don't pay the bill on I mean on the right day, and then you know you got to pay your rent. I'm here to tell you, please keep pushing, do what you got to do. I done been through payday loans. I told you I done got cars repoed. Sometimes the lights did get cut off. You know what I mean? And you just got to fight through. And if you keep fighting, and if you do it right, you build right, start putting a system together, I promise you this. I promise you it'll pay off. And on top of that, I'm going to tell you this too. I always tell y'all, focus on one thing first before you get into multiple sources of income. But if I'm honest, when I really think about it, that's not true because I didn't do that. Definitely focus on your main business. If your cleaning business is going to be your main business, definitely focus on that because that would definitely get you to any amount of money that you want it to get you to. You know what I mean? Ask Ricky Regalado, who about to do 10 million this year, right? Ask what's the couple I met this past weekend, Dan and Miss Evelyn, who did 1.3 million. You know what I mean? So last year. So it's definitely possible to do it, but it just, you're gonna have to do some things. Like with me, I started YouTube. That's why I was telling us, get on YouTube, dog, and just talk. Because number one, if you put yourself out there, now you got a whole world of people that gotta hold you accountable to the shit you said you was gonna do. So that's number one. So they can push you even when nobody else can't, even when your girlfriend or your boyfriend can't. Because sometimes they ain't gonna be the best believers either, right? Trust me. You know what I mean? That ain't no shot at her, at my wife. But it was times where I didn't feel like she was with me. You know what I mean? At points, and she knows this. You know what I mean? She would say otherwise, but that's our opinions, right? And we sometimes you got to agree to disagree, right? But I felt like I was in it by myself. But you know, having put myself out there to the world kept me going. You know what I mean? And so maybe you should do that because guess what else? Then at some point you might get a check from it. So now that's income source number two on top of your cleaning business. Then guess what else I did? I wrote a book. You know what I mean? I wrote a book, and so I wrote a book. What is it? Is it a scam? How to something about some damn cleaning franchise? I don't remember what it's called. It's on Amazon to this day though, and it helped to teach people about cleaning franchises because I actually knew about the fine print and all that stuff. A lot of stuff that most people didn't take the time out to read. I read it, and I need to stop here because I got this call at 10, so I want to hurry up and get to these questions. I got 3 minutes to do it, so I'm not gonna keep going. But y'all see where I'm coming from. You really got to, like, you're gonna have to sacrifice. When they say sacrifice, they mean that, dog. And really study study great entrepreneurs, man. Just think of some of your favorite entrepreneurs. They can be entertainers, they can be rappers, they can be actual business people, like entrepreneurs from scratch, whatever. But type their names into YouTube and say interview behind it. So Will Smith interview, Kevin Hart interview, Bob Johnson interview, the guy who founded BET, right? And just look these people up and listen to some of the gems that they drop. The stuff is out there. Then if you want to really get grown and fancy, you can start pulling up some audio books, right? Matter of fact, I think I got a damn affiliation with Audible. I think if you go to cleanbiznetwork.com, no, let me see. I'm gonna see if I can type it in real quick. I think it's freebook.cleanbiznetwork.com, something like that. But either way, because if you do that, then you'll get like a free trial or some Audible, and you can get you a free book on there. I don't know what it is, but anyway, let me get to these questions before I go. All right, Field Athlete said, AJ, blessings to you, brother. Do you think this business can be done in SoCal? Also, how long did it take for you to hit six figures in your own business? outside of the cleaning franchise. So in my own business outside of the cleaning franchise, 1 month I was at that very first month in business. I think I did that won't it was actually the second month because the first month I think I did like 7,900 or something like that. And the following month I did like nine, and then the month after that, I mean, so I was already at the six-figure level from day one for the first. But I'm at from the when I left the franchise, but that was only because I knew what I was doing. You know what I mean? I knew what I was doing by that point. Let me see what else I got. Remember you were saying, oh, also yeah, absolutely, you can start it there. And California is a lot, but yeah, you can do it nonetheless. I got plenty of people in the group that do it in California as well. I remember you saying you got up to 23 contracts, and that number is sticking with me. Absolutely. Yep. And sometimes I had to clean all 23 in one damn day. Well, no, excuse me, one weekend. It was hell. And sometimes I had to do it by myself because, you know what I mean, me and my wife weren't on the same terms, so I would just have to do it by myself. Then, and I just dealt with it. But most of the time she was there. You know what I mean? And that's one thing too I never take for granted because all women wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? But the fact she was willing to get out there and scrub the toilets with me never goes unnoticed. AJ, I'm from the Shy. Man, I need you. I'm very interested in cleaning. Appreciate you. Just, you know what I mean, cleanbusinessnetwork.com. Whatever you need, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And then you can email me if you need anything specific. AJ at cleanbusinessnetwork.com. Ty said you never lie. Appreciate you. Enough is enough. Amen. It's time to win, especially when you have a path that works for us all. Absolutely. I'm telling you. And then for the people that got the course, man, all y'all simply got to do is just follow it. Literally, just follow it. All right. What else we got? I'm going to go ahead because I got to definitely get on this call. I'm going to be like a minute or two late. Real shit work. Hard work. Make it happen. Absolutely. Shout out to Doreen. Shout out to Kenya. Kenya Boss Lady. Shout out to Floyd Lee. Richmond, Virginia, checking in. Appreciate that. All right. And then study or call others in your business field locally. Absolutely. Definitely reach out to some local people too. And because I had a lot of people that I subcontracted under in my cleaning company that's what taught me how to clean. You know, sitting in them training rooms with Jam Pro and coverall, because I would coverall too. That was okay. They told me a little. They told me some stuff like Jan Pro was the one who taught me how to do the windows. Use water, not Windex, because Windex gonna make it worse. Water is gonna be the best thing you could ever do. What else they told me? They told me a few things. You know what I mean? But most of the real stuff, learning how to like clean faster and learning how to look for certain hot spots and stuff like that. That was stuff I learned from the OGs that took me under their wing, and I was subcontracting for them. And again, don't ever subcontract for money either. Subcontract for experience. All right. But that's what I got for you. Let me hop off here. If y'all interested in getting your cleaning business started, my website is cleanbusinessnetwork.com. And shout out to Kenya Boss Lady. She said she loves my app. I appreciate you. That is Calculated Clean in the mobile app store. If you're interested, you can download that. Free trial to that, 7-day free trial. Or you can go to calculatedclean.net. I'm AJ Simmons, and I got to stop it because I got a call. I might come back later, though. Thank y'all.